Gwen going to be on the top side of the map, and I think that means that as T1, you're pretty happy to play Lucian into this. You have range there. You have a Viego for extra support too, so if Gwen decides... This is a very early potential gank here for Owner. He wants to steal some of these camps away, steal these Krugs.
Yeah, he's not
so
scared.
Strong early.
Yeah, he's like, okay, Kroko, you want to go? Smite comes in. This is just a straight up one-on-one, and Owner is not winning it.
He doesn't have Smite anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't have Smite, but the flash comes in, and there's going to be first blood over to the Viego of all people, as now the top laners are fighting. And the teleport will have to come in from Faker to try to save this. Will he get there on time? The taunt comes in, and the knockup will be enough as the ward and the teleport is enough to make T1 win the fight.
Oh, I don't know about this one, Fate. He's going for the flash, though, and he gets him.
Okay. Fate not to be outdone. I like it.
I don't believe
You're just going to have to deal with this. As we're taking a look at the Galio versus Ryze matchup specifically. Faker getting locked up here, and Fate has double buff. This is just a straight up solo kill as Faker's just trying to clear out the wave, and he did not respect the damage of Ryze and double buff, I suppose.
Double buff super powerful in this case, and he aggresses in. He has Realm Orb, so he's going up.
Yeah, and kind of just says, well, I have a control ward, so... Oh, everybody's up here with me. I guess I'll just try to get on top of Summit here. Nearly is able to burst him down, but 3-on-1 is not fair.
Kroko blocking the culling damage there, so it's now in this very game. The opportunity cost of coming to a Herald and grouping when you're already going to lose it is so high. What you could have gotten elsewhere on the map is massive. Gumayusi does not rotate up, as we're going to see a collapse on the Kana.
This is a nice counter gank that does come in. Owner is getting in there, but now Kroko's here as well. Kana a little bit too low.
Nice kick.
Here comes Faker, though. He is angry, and he's going to pick up the kill from range as Owner's still getting in there. He's going to pick up that ghost and get ahead and take this plate, guys. Okay. Well, it throws out the winds and just immediately turns because he knows the Gwen is going to die. The dash is down. There's no escape. Sandbox on the top side of the map here, and they're trying to get on top of this one. Summit baits it in. That's a fantastic engage as the kick comes into Kana, but they can't kill him. But there's two flashes from the left to LIIV Sandbox, and look at that Fate's call value. Gets the double knockup. They will absolutely crush T1 in the top lane.
And it's not just a crushing of this, it's a denial of the Rift Herald. So you get those kills. You're basically screaming to LIIV Sandbox, yo, we're going to make a play on top side. Watch out, because we've got a Rift Herald and we want that extra gold. And then the engage here is so perfect. Cask from Effort is amazing. Then you have the follow-up kick. Kana burns down. Yeah, you kill him. And then, okay, yeah, got a double top, but so what? Fate's call for the pullback, and everybody's knocked up under turret. 4 kills here for LIIV Sandbox. It doesn't get better than this.
LIIV Sandbox have just been a little bit more demanding with some of their plays, right? They kind of demand T1's presence. And
they're going to be demanding right now.
They kind of get what they want, right? And, okay, they throw down the Rift Herald. They're going to deny the turret from going down, so that's more...
They're actually just going to go back and start the Drake because Summit's on this. He does so much damage.
He just bursts it down in about 5 seconds.
And T1 will finally get that mid turret, but it feels like a weak consolation prize.
Oh, hello.
They're not going to be able to get anything else.
All 5 of them. Yeah, the turret does go down, though. It was super low, so. Minions.
And that's all he can do, right? And he's been doing a great job of it. You know, sometimes it's not the flashiest thing. Well, he might not get away with it this time.
And there we go, waiting for the flash. There's the cast, but now T1 trying to go forward. That is a big kick to knock everybody up. And Kana on the backside with the culling, trying to do some damage, but Summit is able to just tank so much of that. And there's just not enough damage on the side of T1. LIIV Sandbox with nearly full health bars will now run to the Baron.
And that was one of T1's best opportunities to get back in the game. You have Gumayusi farming. You use him as a way to get a little bit more prio towards the Drake. And if they do collapse in like this and you're grouped up, you can almost rubber band slingshot your way back into the fight, turn it quickly, and then rush into a Baron. And suddenly, we're talking about an even game. But it doesn't work out because the engage is so good once again here for LIIV Sandbox. So the trap, I don't want to call it a trap, it's just a really nice reaction here for T1. Gumayusi gets under turret, he is caught here, but look at the positioning of Faker. He only gets the solo taunt here. The culling is so far away that both Effort and Kroko can survive despite Gumayusi nearly executing them there. And that's enough. That's a win on the team fight where you can just walk so quickly. And you can just back off and take the soul if this doesn't work out. But if you get a kill, you win the game. So lose-lose here for T1.
The wave clear on the side of T1 is because they're so far behind, it's basically just Varus.
Yeah.
That's not enough. They're too far behind to get close to the turrets. So, as you mentioned, there's not really much they can do to stop Ryze and Kalista from getting in range. And once you got that, I mean, they're going to get this one inhibitor. Prince is in a weird spot here, but we got the Realm Warp coming on over, and he's like, who's trapping here with who? I got my team with me. As Owner is just going to run straight into them in the fog. He will at least be able to Heartbreaker over the wall.
Heartbreaker pretty strong. You know, the unstoppable on that one, going to get you out of many an emergency, many a jam. But
yeah, it's pretty good, yeah.
LIIV Sandbox, just like I said, worst case scenario for them is, okay, we just get a Drake and walk away. So worst case scenario is still very...
Too many mistakes. Now they're just looking to potentially end this game, although not sure about this one effort.
Well, you know what? He's okay. Jess and Alistair, no real ranged follow-up damage. Summit can kite this.
Yeah, they were thinking about fighting, and then Summit just pops his ult, and they're like, yep,
yeah.
never mind.
Isn't it crazy
to see what T1 are going to try? This is going to be the second bush they've gone for, and this one might be good. We have GA, though, as now we're just trying to get on top of Krako. He's got stopwatch, and he has a kick, and now he's got his
Look at Fate's damage!
He's just got way too much at this point, and the double kill will go the way of Prince. This one is just done and dusted, guys. I don't know what to say. Look at Fate up on the top side. He's like, I might as well go into my Zhonya's, get a little bit of help. Maybe he will actually go down. Owner trying to turn this one around. Viego is kind of crazy at times, but not crazy enough. As LIIV Sandbox, they'll take the win in the fight, and they will take game number 1.
And this is after a dominant last few games for T1 that LIIV Sandbox is able to take a first game upset win here. The series is not over by any means, but it is a great start here for a team that once again gets a solid draft, takes an early advantage, scale extremely well. What's really interesting about this for T1 is when you look at the scaling arguments here for the Victor and the Ziggs, it goes away from that MO with roster 11, right? It's like, well, I don't know how useful Exhaust is going to be into this composition per se. You have the Viego, you have the Lee Sin, but I'll hold that thought because Owner is lurking.
Yeah. He got one other camp between when he last showed his face and now. As they're trying to clear this one, but the teleport is coming in from the base. It's Faker 4v2 into the bottom side. First blood is given over. Gumayusi tanks 2 turret shots, and he'll flash away from Fate as well. That is clean to pick up the first blood.
Yeah, this is really massive for T1. Yes, you do lose your flashes, Gumayusi, but you're using this power that control mages during that time. You know, that's when Yukal was still playing. This is not where you want to be.
Yeah, the Braum is so important for trying to keep this alive. He's trying to turn it around, and Keria gets pretty low. Gumayusi trying to kite it out, and he's nearly got the damage.
Summit has to teleport, but there's no ward. If Summit had a ward to teleport on behind them there's a huge opportunity, but he just simply doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Look at where he is on the map right now. He's like, oh, I wanted to hide that I was porting in, but now he's just like, oh, well, now I just have to go clear this wave. This is terrible.
Oh, here we go again. Prince, he's going to have to flash away, and he turns it around. He's the one that 1v2s. And now there's a Gwen on top of Gumayusi, but Owner's here. Kako has to be careful as the damage is coming out. Owner, that's going to be the pick onto Ziggs. This is on a knife's edge. Owner looking for the Q. He will not get it as Prince, with the reverse psychology, goes straight in the line and lane. As here we go again.
Okay, this might be a bit too far.
Oh, the minions at the Arcane Comet!
The Comet kill! I've seen everything! I've seen everything! Worth it, actually. Like, the trade is bad.
Sturt is dead.
Like, you don't have a choice, though, because I don't think you can actually defend this.
Watch this.
Oh, it's definitely going to die. The question is, do they kill anybody else with it?
All right, he has Satchel. There it is. Down it goes. 9:05. That's the timing on that one right after the Rift Herald goes down, and that is
one grabbing the Drake. It's a solo Rift. Okay, they're going to teleport for this. I think they should.
They're getting in here, and Owner, it's going to be up to him, and he gets it done. There it is. Job done. Gets the dragon and gets out.
So
Faker's got more farm. It doesn't matter because Ziggs has the kill and the entire turret. Faker here running towards the blue. Really nice stun. He's trying to get onto the blast plant, but he will not be able to. Owner over the wall now. Keria has to try to run away as well. Effort's super low. He tanked a lot of that damage, and now they're looking to go for a dive here. This is a 5-on-3. Kana does not have teleport, and actually they decide not to go for it.
Yeah, he doesn't have teleport. He's just going to get a lot of extra pushing power done here on the bottom side of the map, though. Like, he's just free farming right now. You're going to get something. Chains connect.
Okay, looks like they might be able to get Keria here, but the Trundle pillar is so annoying. They can't get out. They can't get away from King Trundle. And look at Kroko over the wall. He is so trapped as well. This game is all but done. Gumayusi picks up yet another kill.
Sleeper OP pick, the Trundle. Is he a jungle? Is he a top laner? No, he's a mid support. And now they're going to get another turret for Gumayusi. And I got to tell you guys,
they're gonna kill it.
I think this game is over at the 11.5-minute mark, because now there's no way back into this game for LIIV SANDBOX. Look at the comp that they're running right now with this Renekton, right? The Renekton is going to lose so much power, doesn't even have his first item online just yet, isn't going to be able to skirmish around these first few objectives anymore because the ship has sailed.
Look at this.
Yeah, I don't want to look at it. We've already seen it. I'm like, I want to keep watching. I saw it in the bottom lane. Now
you can't avert your eyes. You cannot avert your eyes.
Yeah, it's my job to watch it, and it makes me sad. I mean, he's probably, what, 3,000 up, I'd say? That might be a bridge too far. Well, I don't know, 202?
Well,
and unfortunately, because the Ziggs is so powerful, look what happens when they try to punish Faker.
Yeah, he's dead.
Like, you're like, oh, maybe we can collapse up here, hide that we're going to collapse on Faker. Nope, no, you can't. And it's just so oppressive.
Good miss. And look at this. Keria's even getting in there, but that's a lot of damage coming out from Gwen and Lucian, but it's not quite enough. As Gumayusi, he's not even in trouble, even in the face of 4 members of LIIV SANDBOX.
Nope. Top, but you're just so far behind.
Oh, what? Effort's not having a fun time in this game, and this game is,
like I said before,
really out of control. It's far behind. It's not really a thing you can do.
Oh, he's dead.
Prince is getting really frustrated, you can see, trying to make a play happen, and he may have just baited his team into a fight.
Yeah, he lives, but I don't know if I can say the same about everybody else.
Yeah, they're going to get on top of Summit here, and everybody's just running away on LIIV SANDBOX. They absolutely know that they cannot fight this one. And take a look at this, the Pillar and the Chaos Storm and the Gravity Field. You're not getting away from anything. Trundle support is broken.
All right, I want to see... This is one of these sleeper O picks every now and then. You know, you have the sleeper O pick, and then suddenly one team decides they're going to be the first one to reveal it, and then suddenly it's everywhere because everybody's been holding on to this one. Maybe we can wait until playoffs before you show this one. Then Damwon and Kia just had to let the cat out of the bag. Maybe it was Tall who played it mid who really started the wheels turning in everybody's brain, but I gotta say, it's looking real strong right now as we are gonna see almost an inhibitor go down here before 20 minutes with just lane pushing.
Yeah, like,
no Baron,
is this
nothing.
The second series or the first series? I don't remember. You're just gonna take way too much. Keria, he's got Flash. He will be forced to use it here.
I mean, your first 10 is the Halo Blades, right? And then you have to be like, okay, well, there's a chance they're in that bush. You have to respect the possibility. And then they lost their summoner spells early, and then it's Owner. And okay.
Nice little catch here. They're going to get the jungler of T1.
I cursed him.
And now Keria, he doesn't have his flash. He has to subjugate, and he also dies. And all of a sudden, you know, LIIV SANDBOX, they're still 7,000 gold down, but, you know, a couple of picks here and there. They're looking for Kana now, who got way in there. Faker's really angry. Nice satchel back from the side of Gumayusi, and that's actually what's going to be the kicker that pushes them away.
Now it is away. Okay,
there
Faker's caught.
They're looking for Faker, but the damage comes out, and Prince is like, where's my follow-up, guys? Where is my follow-up? As they do get Faker, but immediately Prince is just going to get bombed from screens away. Now they're just trying to kite this one out once again. Summit is able to just stun them away as the Pillar, quite annoying. Looking to actually turn it there a little bit as Owner and the rest of the squad not quite able to follow up.
I mean, there's 2 carries for T1 as it turns out, whereas unfortunately, try as he may, Fate is not going to be able to have the same sort of consistent impact in this team fight as a fed Gumayusi will. Owner can come over here and solo the Drake right now. LIIV SANDBOX are going to go for one, you know, desperate Hail Mary attempt, but the Scuttle is going to actually spot this.
Yeah,
and they know it. Yeah,
but it's not actually happening, so they can't.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
He really wanted to get in there.
That's not going to happen, man. I've got bad news.
Yeah, meanwhile, Kana was below him. Not sure if he knew that. Oh, yeah, so about your health bars. See you later, health bars. And look at this. This is what you were talking about. The chip damage into the Heartbreaker is just like, yeah, good luck. If you're behind, you're not getting away. And that is just the end of it. As T1 are pushing down the mid lane, they're looking to potentially get us into this game 3 as Krako's just skipping through the mid lane. trying to catch the waves and deny this push. As the minions, you see there's not too many of them. They're able to get one of the Nexus turrets, and they'll just back away, take the inhibitor, and look to turn onto this mid wave that is coming in. As now they're able to catch Fate. He just ran straight into the mist, and down he will go. As the rest of T1 will push in, and there is no hope here for LIIV SANDBOX, as Kana is just cleaning up, just waiting for those minions to push on in.
Coming in, and that is going to be us going through to a very quick third game. Two extremely one-sided ones. This one, way more than the first, but we had two one-sided ones back-to-back. Draft difference, I think a lot of people will say after this game, the Zig's going through, but it's the execution of this bot duo that leads to such a massive advantage. And we'll take a comp like this that looks like, okay, it might take a little bit of time to get the ball rolling, and then Owner will get some early kills. He'll start to snowball the game. You know, he'll put his Dark Seal in his inventory, and then once this series on his Galio, here comes that early level 3 gank. He gets the leash, he hits 3, he's going for it.
There it is, the flash on in with the root, and Faker is just gone. He doesn't even flash, he knows he's dead. The early gank comes in, it is not accounted for, and that's that gank assist. It comes through, and that is a very early nice kill for LIIV SANDBOX.
Yep. You couldn't be able to find anything else at the moment.
Waiting in the brush here. Karia's gonna spot them both, but the engage still happens, and a dive in the mid lane comes through as they get the rise. So we'll have to see how that one comes through as well. Faker didn't even flash. It was all Owner who flashes in, and I guess Fate being low led to the kill.
This is Owner's thing, right? I don't know if we need to be pulling away right here, but we will. So we're going to go all the way back to Crocco's gank timing here as the flash you mentioned gives him the root, and then he body blocks him, gets the knock up, gets the kill. The first blood goes over to him, and then the same happens here to Fate. You mentioned he's low health. He does not have the flash, and Owner comes back to pay him a visit. They give the kill over to Faker, and that's that. Compared to what you'd expect, but like you said, the win rate is extremely high. Okay, well, we're going to see a blast plant taken here. They want to commit.
This is a great idea. I love this proactivity with this comp. They're getting in there. They're going to deny any hopes of getting out of this one. The teleport is coming through, though, and this Viego's really scary, actually, but with the Croc also down here, I'm not sure what more he can do. He's actually going to try to flash the wall, and he may actually get away.
Dodges
flash from Prince, and now he's alive. Karia's getting in here, and Fate was left all alone as Summit tries to trade it back, but that's a disaster. He's not going to get the kill. Kana survives somehow.
Faker is pushing effort down, too. This is a disaster for SANDBOX.
Effort's done, and you can see that Owner does eventually go down underneath the turret at the same time, and now Faker low on mana. The Dominus still up here for just a moment.
No flash here for Summit.
Faker autos the dragon.
That's a mistake. I think that was probably a misclick, unfortunately. It ends up catching him there. I think he gets out, right? Get the kill on Owner. Meanwhile, LIIV.
Oh boy, Faker's just dead. This is right over the wall. We missed how it started, but you can imagine, you know, control ward in the enemy jungle, right over the top, Hex Splash perhaps, or maybe even just the real one. You mentioned they were all down. Effort's able to make the play, and the follow-up there from his teammates.
You can see his Hex Splash just comes right back up. That's how he set this up, and I mean,
I think maybe even Fate got the root to start, and this game is like, we're all over the place.
Light speed.
Like, now we got the Rift Herald, okay.
And I don't know if he had his dash there, other way he dies. Now this is the Hex Splash over the wall after the root.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, LIIV, like, we don't have time for replays in this game.
Cut the replay. Well, here we are as they flash on in, and that is Summit thinking he can survive with Crocco nearby, but absolutely he cannot. The burst comes in, and down he will go just like that.
But it's not going to be something that really accelerates this Rise's win condition as much, whereas Faker, despite that death.
The quick Realm Orb to the bottom side. We got the Rotatos here in this game. Not wasting any time to rotate to the bottom side and take this down with the Rift Herald, and there, of course, will be no response from T1 down here. They may try to push the mid lane and get some plates, but this is still a nice macro play from this.
I mean, they have 4
team, so Prince has to be extremely careful. I like that he just flashes away right away.
You've got a target on your back, so you have to be aware, and now he doesn't have flash for this fight, and T1 in prime position to take this Herald.
Saw Kana's positioning. He's getting ready to just get in there, but T1 decide, no, we'll just take the Rift Herald and back away. Dominus pops here. As a Cullen gets actually a really nice amount of damage. Stun comes through, but now Kerry is isolated in the front, and now they're just going to turn it, and look at the massive move ball that comes in from Owner. He sets up the kill. Thankfully, they've got an Alistair and a Xin Zhao to try to just push them away.
What did I say?
There could have been more casualties on the backside of that.
On a dime, so they're just going to drop this Rift Herald down right now.
Yeah, and take a look at what LIIV SANDBOX are doing here. They're not necessarily grouping up to stop this push, but I think they got to get back for the inner turret, you would imagine. Prince kind of left out here to dry. The bottom side turret does go down, but obviously with Shirley here, they're going to be able to take 2 turrets. So nice little win there for T1 and the top lane.
Yeah, Faker gets away with this one for free too, because they knew everyone was grouped up on the bottom side of the map for LIIV SANDBOX. I think this is a bit of a macro error.
But the thing is that T1 is responding to this very well. They say, okay, you can get 1 turret, but we're going to take 2 potentially every single time.
Yeah.
There's not much of a response here because LIIV SANDBOX, you know, of course, with the delay on the recalls. You see the damage does come through. Summit is here now on the front line. As the stun comes in and he is locked down and the dominance will not save you now. As the damage is coming out from Fate, the front to back here is big as the Xin Zhao and the Alistair lead the charge now. They're only able to get 1 though as the flash comes through.
No flashes down, or all flashes down here for T1 now. They've got to get out of here ASAP. If anybody gets caught, they are not going. We just saw there, you have a lot of power. So that's exactly what we're seeing here from Fate. He's just being given all of this side lane gold. He has teleport too.
We're going to find the Kaisa, and he is just able to get away, actually. The flash comes through, and Prince tries to get in there, but now he's in the front line, and immediately he gets blown to smithereens. As Fate is going to go for the stopwatch here. You see Faker goes down, but Fate is a huge amount of the damage, and the Viego is still huge on the front line of this fight. Look at Kana. The knockup comes in, but Xin Zhao just doesn't have enough damage, I don't think. He's trying to get in there. But at the end of the day, it's Viego who's able to do much more, as the 3-on-2 will, of course, go in favor of T1, as now they'll get the Baron.
When the fight gets scrappy, like you said, it's the playground of Kana and Gumusi a lot of the time in these cases. And unfortunately for LIIV SANDBOX, even though it looked like a beautiful start to this team fight, Fate teleporting in means he has no mobility, has no options, has to stopwatch immediately. So in that longer exchange, once the burst is done, is effort. I don't know if you're going to get anything out of this. They're going to get a teleport.
The Alistair steal? The Alistair steal? He got it! He got it! Oh man! How did he do that?
Unbelievable!
How do you even let that happen?
Oh my god, I cannot believe that happened. They forced a teleport out of Faker with this. I was like, okay, well, I mean, he's on the edge, but actually they're just going to rush over here and take the 3rd Drake of the game. So Baron buff now for this comp that can push super hard, has great siege. And you're going to get so much done with this. If Kana gets a POG, we're going to watch it. Okay, watch this. He said, trust me.
야, 나이스! 야, 집 빼. 야.
He said, he really said, guys,
얘들아,
just trust me. And he goes.
They have the vision, but Summit just saw that, and now he's going to spot Kana.
He has no plant to blast with here. That's pretty
True.
massive.
Oh, they're trying to engage while Kana's out of this. Well, at least one of them is. Croc goes in there.
Okay, this is really disjointed for LIIV SANDBOX.
Yeah, now the culling comes out. You see LIIV SANDBOX a little bit stretched apart at this point in time, as here comes Owner. He's only able to get the Renekton, though, and immediately he dies. That's not the engage you're looking for.
Finally, they deal with him. Finally, the Diana is not the win condition anymore in this fight. And you can't fight this anymore, T1. It's not a scrappy fight. It's not a fight where Kana could just absolutely carry. That's going to be the Drake going over. That's Ocean Soul to LIIV SANDBOX. A massive advantage for them now.
Take a look at Kana in the mid lane. He's being pretty sneaky with how fast he's pushing this, because the obvious play for LIIV SANDBOX is you go straight for the Baron. But now he's just going to push it and go in. As you can see, there's still 4 members of T1. They try to make a play here, but the Alistair is just zoning them all away.
I mean, with the Ocean Soul, you get all your health back from that last fight. I think, they're looking for it.
Nope, just the red buff.
Oh, okay, I thought they actually went over the Progs.
Just leaves.
He's like, I don't want to delay this.
People leave, yep.
But, I mean, they're just going to sit here and siege up this turret. They've got great wave clear, but they don't want to overextend because the engage potential is still so good for T1. You know, the same reasons why it's been very difficult for them to actually 5v5 properly. Still holds true. Get an inhibitor, walk away, rinse and repeat here. And as T1, this game is still winnable, but you're running out of options here. if anybody dies, you can lose the game right away, so you really have to play this slow, and you're probably going to lose inhibitors. There's just not much you can do about it. Just going to try to hope that your inhibitor in this turret wears out the Baron buff, so you can hope for another objective play on the Elder. Okay, they're going for it.
Here we go. You got to go for the engage if you're T1, but the sit down. There's another huge moonfall, and the damage comes out. But down will go Leonova, but they get the Varus, but you can see there's no real follow-up. Gumayusi's on the backside, and he's all alone, and down he will go. Faker not able to enter the fight, zoned away by the Xingqiao. And that is going to do it. LIIV Sandbox will push in for yet another huge 2-1 victory.
T1 not going to wait the 45 seconds Baron out, not going to look for the fight on the turrets. They wanted the perfect engage. They were set up for it. It was a great moonfall, but it's not enough at the end of the day. And LIIV Sandbox will do it twice this week. Back-to-back 2-1s over Gen G and T1, putting themselves massively ahead of Afrika in that race to playoffs.